So shoulders and knees, you're doing injection therapy.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things you're injecting there,
first,
and how well does it work?
Well, first I wanted to just say there's 4 levels of injection therapy in this realm, right? You got prolotherapy, which is kind of like sugar water, and they're causing the reaction on the ligament or tendon.
Does that work, by the way?
It does.
So you're injecting the shoulder.
You inject it into the shoulder, yep. And when you're injecting it into some of the collagen ligament parts of the ligament and tendon, it causes them to have an inflammatory response that makes them actually grow a little bit thicker, bring back the strength.
Okay.
I've even heard people say it fixed some tears. But to me, that's one level of it, right?
All right.
And then above that level of injection therapy, you've got something that's called PRP. That's where they take your own blood, spin it, separate the healing factors, and then they re-inject that so that way your body can have an actual concentrated amount of the healing factor in that area. And I want to tell you, you know what? For some people, they end up getting that PRP, and they're back out playing tennis, playing golf, doing what they want to do. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe this is gone after this much time.
Is the key catching them early enough?
It really is.
Look, all of us, especially men, right? We wait till we're in so much pain we can't take it.
You know what?
So if you get them early,
getting them early is
good.
everything, you know? And if you get them early enough, they can get better really quickly. But what I end up finding, most people who are coming to us, they're already at 10 out of 10. We didn't get them early enough.
10 out of 10 pain.
10 out of 10 pain. And I like working with that, just so you know. I like working with people who are 9 and 10 out of 10 pain, because guess what? If you're at a 4 out of 10 pain and we bring you down to 0, well, that's great. That's great. But if you're at 10 out of 10 pain and we can get you down to 2 or 3, now you're back on the floor working the coloring books with your grandkids. Now you're actually having fun going out on your dirt bike and then being able to hold on to it, your shoulder's not going out, right? Now you're able to go surfing. You're not worried that if you fall off your surfboard, your back's gonna get paralyzed because you just can't handle it. You know, so for me, it's like getting that vigor of life, getting that actual life that you meant to be living. And again, I don't know if it's okay to mention it here, but when people are 10 out of 10 pain or 9 out of 10 pain, they're not having relationships with their wife or their husband. They're not living the life that they wanted to be living. There's just no way. It's too painful. So overall, that's just from getting something like PRP.
So what's the next level up?
The next level up is stem cell. And I want to be clear. When people say stem cell, I've seen places where what they're getting is really just PRP. If they're spinning your blood and they're injecting that back into you, that's PRP. That's platelet rich. If they're doing stem cell, you can get stem cell from the fat. You can get stem cell from your bone marrow. We use it from the cord, and it's
like
comes
babies, from babies.
Yep, from babies.
Umbilical cord,
from the leftover umbilical cord.
Okay.
And you know, for the most part, that's where I live. I'm not gonna get. We don't do the bone marrow part. We don't set up our facility for that. And for the fat ones, you know, I've heard back and forth as far as the efficacy. Mesenchymal stem cells from the cord, when they're done with no invasion, minimally modified.
You've had people get better?
Oh gosh, yeah. You see people get better.
Shoulders,
I'm so
knees,
impressed
it works
with my
on?
shoulders, and especially knees is the favorite. And a lot of people who come in for shoulders, I would just say, yeah, I don't have as many people coming for shoulders, but I'm also in LA where there's a million guys, you know, for them to talk to about their shoulders before they find out that we're the place they should be at.
Okay.
You know, and so I love doing shoulders because listen, when you get that in there and your body's re-healing it, it's just like, were you working at healing when you were 15 years old? No, you just sprained your ankle, sat out, iced it for a couple of days, and then went back and played. You get that life back, and that's the future, I think, of healthcare.
So these stem cells. I had a guy, a medical doctor, on my show not too long ago.
Yeah.
Who said, Randy, he said this. It's like growing tomatoes in a garden. He said you inject shoulders.
Yeah.
He said even with the sugar water or the prolotherapy, and some people get response that way. So are you actually rebuilding the tendons? Are you rebuilding the muscles?
Yes. So I want to say your body was regrowing it. We're giving it the wrenches. Like we built this nice studio here. Someone had wrenches and pliers and someone else had material and they put them together. We're putting the materials there. Mother Nature's doing the wrenches and the pliers and making sure that thing is connected.
So when you inject like stem cells from a cord,
yep.
You inject the area.
You inject the area, and after you inject the area, what happens is the cells that are in there, they actually use something called your paracrine system. That's not your normal hormone system. It's not your neurological system, and they're able to find inflammation throughout your body. Now, according to the concentration, how good they are, and how new the injury is, that will attract a certain amount of stem cells to end up finding that area and doing their repair work on it. And so overall, really, it's the most natural way of getting healing, possible. Happens the moment you're born, when you get your own umbilical cord.